Welcome back to the Knitting Crowd. I'm your host, Mikey, and today we're going to work on this cowl. Now, when I say work on, I'm going to take you through a verbal walkthrough and how to do these instructions because this is stranding. So when you peel it back, you can see that the yarn is being carried in behind, and I recommend the double stranding method in order to do it where you use two hands in order to make that happen. So you'll find that available on this channel. So everything I'm about to share with you is already here on the channel, and it's just a matter of just changing up the stitch work in order to do something different. So it's like working on a hat, but it's a cowl. So this is a free pattern. You can find the information for this in the video description if you'd like to download this. And this is called the Fleur I'll Knit Cowl. And what this was using is Caron and Pantone many years ago when it was around. It was 2 braids, so it was just a little package, and there's a total of 10 colors complete. So even if you don't want to match the colors that you see here, I just changed it to something else, and I did use Caron and Pantone. So this is going to be successfully using the crochet charts in order to make it happen. So it is just like Fleur, you are going to follow the instructions in order to make this happen. So let me explain how these instructions are, and then you can do this on your own. And this is one of those ones where I really seriously enjoyed making this. And if you look really carefully, I don't know if you see it, but it almost looks like there's butterflies in the center, the way things worked out. I don't know if that's intentional, but I absolutely am just obsessed with it. So let's show you how to do this through a verbal walkthrough. So what you want to do is that you want to use a circular knitting needles, and it says to use a 6mm size US 10, and it's a 24-inch. So the cord that you're going to use for it when you attach the needles together will be a total of 24 inches. So this one here, the cord is too small for that, so you want to change it over or use a different knitting needle in order to have that. So you're going to be working in the round in order to make that happen. So on this channel, you're going to notice is that we have brims already available for you, and it's just like making a hat brim when you go to do it, and you're going to cast on immediately to your circulars. So let's take a look at this pattern. So you want to cast on 116 stitches to your circular knitting needles. After you have that done, you're going to want to place in a stitch marker so that you're going to be able to tell when you stop and start a round. It just makes your life a lot easier. Once you have that done, you are going to knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2. We have a tutorial available just on cuffs and brims of knit 2, purl 2. Now that tutorial does not tell you the count because it's a generic tutorial on the process itself, but if you cast on 116, this will work. You are then going to continue around, and you will be knit 2, purl 2 until it's approximately 1 1/4 that you see. And you'll be able to measure that from your knitting needles. But you're not quite done at this point. Here it says increase 4 stitches evenly in the round. I want you to look at it from this perspective. So you would want to do a make 1 near the beginning, a make 1 about the quarter way through, make 1 about halfway through, and then 3/4 make 1. So you're going to go from 116 stitches to 120 by increasing just like that. You are now going to then switch off, and you are going to start knitting. So we're no longer going to do purls at this point, and you want to knit 2 rows of the color E. Look at here what the color is. If you are going to substitute, just write down the name of the substitution so it makes your life a lot easier. So color E would be right here. Once you get those 2 rounds done, you are going to then use chart number 2. So chart number 2, you're going to just follow it and change the colors as you see here. So I recommend a 2-strand, 2-hand method, so you have both strands working in your hands at the same time and being able to easily switch them back and forth in order to make that happen. And you're going to see, depending on your colors, it'll work out really quite lovely, just the way you see it here. After you get this chart 2 done, you're going to do 2 rounds, again knitting of color E. And so this will be this color right here. Once that's done, you're going to knit 19 rounds of chart 1. So you're going to go 1 through 19, just follow the colors just like you see it, use your information that you have, and do those 19. So this blue right here to this blue is that chart. And you're going to see how lovely it works out here in the center. After that's done, you're going to then change your color back to E again and knit 2 rounds of the color E, and that's here, right here. Then you are going to use this chart and go from 1 through 7 once again. and you'll just follow it through in order to make that happen. And then once that's done, you're going to knit 2 rounds of the color E again, which will have the balance point. After that's done, we're now going to make the top here of the cuff. Remember that we're at 120 stitches. We need to take ourselves down to 116. So like I increased up here on those points, I want to do a 2 together decrease as I'm going. So I'm going to knit knit 2 together here at the top, then about a quarter way knit 2 together, halfway through 2 together, 3/4 2 together, and that'll eliminate 4 stitches to take you back to 116. From here, the remaining of the 1 1/4 inch that you'll have left is going to go back to the knit 2, purl 2, and you'll completely alternate between that, going all the way around, and so then you end up with the nice stretchy section, just like so. So up here, you can see that I knit 1, purled 1 here at the top, so if you would prefer to do that, you can, but this here is knit 2, purl 2, and you can decide what works for you. It uses almost the same amount of yarn, and that's something that you can decide. In actual fact, until I just said that, I did not realize that I didn't follow the instructions. But you know, this is the whole idea of your own creativity. Do what makes you happy, love what you do. And let me turn it over. This is the seam line where things are, and when you look at the inside, it's all stranding, so the yarns were just stranded in order to be able to make a lot of sense and have a lot of fun with that. So I think this is absolutely just stunning. It feels amazing. This is a merino based wool, and for me, I don't have wool sensitivities, but if you don't like wool, just use your acrylic, your knitting needles, and you can have something just like this. I hope you enjoy, and enjoy your new cowl.